Hi folks, Swiss Bohemian here. I got a parcel from Japan with some soundtracks, and in today's video I'll do this unboxing and I talk a little bit about the soundtracks I got. Now, I only remember one soundtrack out of those which I ordered from Japan because this parcel was about more than 10 days stuck in Japanese customs. I somehow forgot what I actually ordered. So let's open the box. So let's start with the first CD. It's a CD single by Mika Kaneko, and this is from the anime Macross II. This is the opening single. I think it also includes the ending single. If you have never seen these kind of single CDs, like these small ones, you have to know that these were like quite common back in the day until the late 1990s, until Japan switched to like the standard CD format also for singles. The original soundtrack of Kodomo no Jikan. This was a TV series from 2008 based on a quite controversial manga with some lolly characters. So there's a crack in the CD case, but that doesn't bother me because you can always replace the CD case. It seems to contain a lot of small tracks, and it contains a vocal track here and two bonus tracks, TV size and TV size. I guess these are the opening and ending. The original soundtrack of a show called Tamayura. I haven't seen this show except 1 or 2 episodes, but I know where it takes place. It takes actually place in a city near Hiroshima, which I visited very shortly. The soundtrack again was quite cheap, so that's why I got it. And there's also like this kind of like fake photograph with some signatures. I like that small bonus, that's really nice. What's the English title again of Chuu Demo Koigashita in English? I forgot it, but anyway, this is a rom-com from Kyoto Animation, which was quite popular a few years ago. Contains 2 CDs. That's quite nice. Disc 1, Disc 2. I got the first soundtrack of K-On! From the first TV series. It looks like it only contains background music and none of the songs, which would be a shame, but the background music was still quite fun of this series. So, what is inside? Well, of course the CD, with a nice illustration on the CD. Some liner notes and the profile of the artist who composed the music. So yeah, it looks like it's all background music but none of the songs. That is the soundtrack of Space Dandy. This was a really fun science fiction action comedy by the director of Cowboy Bebop. It looks like this is a mix of background music and some vocal tracks. Next, I got a soundtrack which is rather rare. It is a soundtrack of an anime TV series called Windy Tales. It came out in 2006 and it contains music by Kenji Kawai. This TV series is quite special, as you can tell by the artwork on the cover. It has a very distinct artwork and it has also a very nice, quiet atmosphere, which is like very enhanced by the music by Kenji Kawai. You need to discover this music as soon as possible. It's really great. So this soundtrack is pretty rare these days. That's why I had to pay more than 4,000 yen to get it. Totally worth it. The third soundtrack of Kodomo no Omocha, Child's Toy. I got the first 2 soundtracks after I've seen a few episodes. It's really a wacky comedy. It is enhanced by the really crazy soundtrack, which also contains like samba sound. And I remember there was like a third OST, but I somehow never managed to get it back in the day. And now I got it for a really good price. Yeah. Then I got the original soundtrack of Muteki Kanban Musume. which was a crazy comedy about a daughter of a ramen shop. She constantly got into fights with another daughter from a ramen shop, I think. This anime is based on a comedy manga by the same name. Here we have a soundtrack of a classic TV series, Space Adventure Cobra, a science fiction series from the early 1980s. And this one had a great classic soundtrack. This soundtrack contains background music as well as the opening, Cobra, and the ending. The soundtrack was composed by Yuji Ono, who also did the music for the Lupin TV series. And Yuji Ono is a great jazz artist. This is the original soundtrack of Millenium Actress, the great movie by the late Satoshi Kon. So this soundtrack contains music composed by Susumu Hirasawa, who also composed the music of Berserk. I love this movie. And the soundtrack is also great. And finally I got the soundtrack of A Silent Voice. A Silent Voice is a really great drama, animated by Kyoto Animation and directed by Naoko Yamada. In case you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out, in my opinion. This is a great movie. So these two soundtracks only contain background music. They don't contain the one vocal track by The Who, which is in the movie. Just to let you know, in case you want to get this soundtrack. And finally I got this kind of book. It looks like this is a magazine called Febri. I got it because I saw on the cover A Place Further Than the Universe. So what does it actually contain? Well, some news about the anime which came out in 2018. An interview with the director of A Place Further Than the Universe and other people involved in the production, like the character designer. An explanation of the characters. Oh, there's a map of Antarctica. Great. Hisone to Mazotan. This was a quite quirky science fiction comedy series which came out in 2018. There's some artwork here and more explanation about different things in the series. There's information about a manga by Oshimi Shuzo. There's even a manga. Okay, not complaining. Nice. Not what I expected, but not bad at all for a good price. Do you have any of these soundtracks here? Or did you enjoy the music in one of these movies and TV series? Let me know in the comments down below. So that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching until the end and see you next time. Goodbye.